Okay, I'm trying to be a little bit on the quiet side because it's actually 5:30 in the morning, but I want to knock these out while I have the house to myself. So I'm going to go ahead and make, these are going to be ham, turkey, and American cheese sandwiches for the freezer. So I have my bag of bread here. This is Dave's Killer white bread. That's what Matt likes to eat. These are pretty much for Matt. I'm not really a big sandwich person per se. So then I have honey, ham, turkey, and I just have a little bit left over from when my in-laws were here. I brought 2 packs purposely to use this up. And then American cheese, because that's what Matt likes. I have yellow mustard. I have some mayo back here. And then I have some sandwich bags. So I am using plastic. I try to get away from plastic as much as I can. I haven't figured out a better system, and I don't have enough silicone bags to use for all of these freezer sandwiches. So for now, I'm still using plastic bags. So let me get this set up, and we're going to make all of our sandwiches.
You came out of nowhere that first time. Said you were too tired to walk the line. I said then hold up, precious. I can be a goldsmith and you a nomad or a tailor, and we don't have to follow the rules. Oh, I can do anything when I look at you. Oh, I believe everything to be true. Oh, every little bit of my heart lights up. Oh, can you please tell it to never stop? Now my worried mind seems to fall behind, and I can find time to reflect on where we're headed. The sky's not the limit when I have you by my side. Oh, we can run mad, be free falling, and yet be glad. Oh, I can do anything when I look at you. Oh, I believe everything to be true. Oh, every little bit of my heart lights up. Oh.
So I find this is the key right here. So I put the mayo mustard on the meat, and I'm gonna put the cheese on top. As long as that mayo mustard isn't touching the bread, they don't get soggy when they thaw.
Listen to this. Can't touch one single kiss from you. Oh, I can do anything when I look at you. Oh, I believe everything to be true. Oh, every little bit of my heart lights up. Oh, can you please tell it to never stop? Oh.
Okay, so here is a whole row. There was 10 sandwiches total. This is 9, and then I left one out for Matt. I kind of overfilled this one, so Matt will take that to work today. And I'm just going to put these in the freezer. I'm not even going to label them because I can see from the side what they are. And I just put them in the bread bag because these will not last long. Probably in our house, maybe a couple weeks, if that. But if they were going to be any longer than that, they probably could last about 3 months if you put them in a freezer bag. So I'm going to get all cleaned up and we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so it's a little bit later and I'm going to make the next of my freezer sandwiches. Super duper easy. Again, an entire loaf of bread. I'm using Dave's Killer bread. This is the white done right. And we're going to be making peanut butter and jelly. So I have some strawberry goo, which is what I call it. It's my jelly that like does not gel. I made this in another video. So I'm going to make strawberry today. And then for peanut butter, I am out of my Costco organic peanut butter, so I'm gonna make some. I've done this in another video before. I got dry roasted salted peanuts, and I'm gonna make it in my Vitamix. It's just peanuts, and then I add enough avocado oil so it's the spreadable consistency I want. Just takes a few minutes, and I use the tamper on my Vitamix. It's very good, and it's delicious, and I put it right in the fridge. So I'm gonna do that first, and then it's kind of a pain in the butt, I'm not gonna lie, to get the peanut butter out of the jar, so I do the best I can. And then I'm gonna make me and Paul's breakfast smoothies in here to kind of help clean it out a little bit. I bought these by accident. I bought sandwich bags, and they're actually colored sandwich bags. So I wasn't gonna open this, but I thought visually it's easier to see it in the bag because the ham, turkey, and cheese sandwiches are in the same type of bread bag. And this way I'll be able to tell Matt the colored ones are the colored bags are the peanut butter jelly. These are mostly for me, especially where we live, everything is like an hour away. I'm just gonna start getting this in here as I'm talking. Everything is an hour away. The birth center is an hour away. All my friends are like an hour away. So it's really easy, especially since I'm pregnant, to just grab those on the go. I do give some to Paul, but Paul doesn't eat a whole sandwich at this point. So he's just eating like half a sandwich. Last time I did it with just one bag of salted peanuts, and it was like not enough for the tamper to reach it, so I just did it with 2 bags. So I'm experimenting here, and we'll see if it's too much for the Vitamix.
Days without water along the sun-soaked road. We crossed over borders to get where we are, and it's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. I did it all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you.
Okay. There it is. It is rather runny now. I will give it that. But I keep mine in the fridge, and then it's totally fine. So I'm going to use this now on the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and put the rest in the fridge. And like I said, I just make a smoothie to clean this thing out because it is a little bit of a pain in the butt, especially around the blades. So my peanut butter is really runny right now. It also is hot. The Vitamix heated it up. Let me get set up for our sandwiches, get rid of this Vitamix for a sec, and we'll put all this together.
Days without water along the sun-soaked road. We crossed over borders to get where we are, and it's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. I did it all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. Nights without sleeping 'cause you fear the night, and days without eating 'cause it ain't enough for 2, and it's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. I did it all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you.
Okay, 10 PBJ sandwiches are ready for the freezer. Again, I'm not going to mark this. These will be gone really fast. And just a couple tricks that you saw me do. I like to use a cookie scoop to get the peanut butter and jelly out. Even if the peanut butter is from the fridge, I just think it portion controls. It's faster, in my opinion. And then I use the back of a spoon to spread it. And I don't put peanut butter on both sides of my bread. I don't know if it's the bread I use or because I make my homemade jelly. I don't find that my jelly soaks into my bread all that much, so that's why I did that. So these are all ready to go in the freezer, so that's 2 sandwiches down. Okay, so I'm trying to be a little quiet because Paul's still sleeping and I wanted to get through these pizza bagels really fast. I always make these in the winter time. I'm not really sure why, but they really go over well, especially for like a lazy Sunday afternoon or Saturday afternoon. Plus, kids love pizza bagels and they're so easy to make. So you just get yourself some mini bagels. I got Thomas's brand here, but whatever brand you want to use. And then the cheese and the sauce, and you can do whatever toppings you want. I found these adorable little pepperoni minis at the grocery store, so I'm going to try these. So you can obviously just take all your bagels, open them up, spread some sauce on them, put some cheese and your pepperoni. I've done that before. The cheese actually falls off a lot of the time, not a big deal. So what I started doing, which is kind of nuts, I mix my sauce and my cheese in a bowl and I scoop it on there with a cookie scoop and smush it, and it just stays on better. So I'm going to do that today. I have a little bowl here, and I'm also going to be using, it looks really gross, but it's not. This is actually homemade pasta sauce with Italian sausage that we have with spaghetti squash, and there may just be like a couple little strands of spaghetti squash in here, but I want to use it up because there's only this much, and I don't have that much pasta or that much pizza sauce left. If I need more, I have some marinara I can pop open. But I'm going to mix that all up in here and then scoop it on top of the pizza bagels. We're going to completely freeze them. And then for lunch, I'm going to pull one out and bake it in the air fryer so you can see what it looks like. So yeah, I don't really think I need to be talking anymore. I'll put the heating instructions when we bake them because I have to look it up. I don't remember. So sauce, cheese, open them all up, put them together.
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. I would wait a lifetime if you were at sea. I just wanna say that I feel that our love is real. Maybe we should hurry up and seal the deal. Take you there. I would give it all away to do it all again. Make our love a story that would never end. Never thought I'd feel so alive, looking in your eyes. I just wanna love you till the day I die. Oh, oh, I just wanna love you right.
Okay, so these babies are ready for the freezer to completely freeze. I didn't mix the pepperoni in with the cheese and sauce because I like when they get like a little crispy, so I just wanted those on top. Chances are a lot of them will fall off when I put them in a Ziploc freezer bag, but I don't know, I can just put those back on. So I'm going to freeze these and then we'll be back at lunchtime and we'll make some of these for lunch. Also, can I point out that I don't know if I've ever gotten this brand before, but my goodness, I had so many. I had to use a knife to cut them open. You really couldn't split them by hand without tearing them. And I had so many that were like completely unevenly cut. I mean, fine by me, I'm going to have these for breakfast, but I can't remember what I got before. I definitely don't remember having that problem with mini bagels. Maybe it was just this one bag. I don't know. Okay, so here it is, lunchtime. These are frozen, completely frozen solid. So I am going to just cook up one because I'm actually having leftover soup for lunch, but this will be my appetizer. I don't think Paul will eat this just yet. He doesn't like pepperoni, but I was trying to find online how to cook these, so we're going to experiment right now. I'm going to put them in, normally I do a 350 oven, probably about 15 minutes and just check them. So I'm gonna do 350 for 5 minutes in my air fryer and see what happens. And then I'm just gonna put all the little pepperonis that fell off right in the bag. Usually the last pizza bagel, I dump all that stuff on top. That's like the most delicious one. So while that's cooking, I'm gonna get my pizza bagel bites back in the freezer. Okay, I have a little helper here, Paul's on my hip. But I cooked this at 350 for 7 minutes, and it is cooked all the way through. My little pepperonis did blow off, but that's okay, put them right back on. Paul's waving hi. I'll try to get a better picture, it's kind of dark in here. But that is the directions, I'll put that below. 350 if you're using an air fryer for 7 minutes. Hi friends, welcome to the last recipe for the fall freezer meals lunch video, and we are doing burritos. These are stupid easy. You can put any kind of combination that you want in here. The recipe that I'm going off of is by my favorite Carrie from, I think it's happymoneysaver.com. I'll list this recipe below. Hers is for easy chicken burritos, but I'm going to be making beef because I asked Matt if he wanted chicken or beef last night. He said beef. Really all it entails is protein, rice, beans, cheese. You can choose your protein, just like Chipotle if you want steak, you want ground beef, whatever you want to do. I have done the chicken before and it is delicious. So I am going to do ground beef, and you'll see in the when I'm cooking, I'm doing 2 pounds of ground beef, and I'm just using my homemade taco seasoning. She does list the spices here in her recipe, and I may or may not add lentils. That's just how I make my tacos all the time. I always add red lentils. They kind of disappear. They spread out the use of the meat so you get more volume without using meat, because meat can be expensive, and they don't really taste like anything in my opinion, and it adds extra protein. I don't know if I'll do that because we're doing black beans. We'll see. But anyway, I'm getting so off topic. I'm making double the amount because we're gonna have tacos for dinner. So I figured I'll do 2 birds with 1 stone. Make these burritos, put them away in the freezer for lunches, and then we can have tacos for dinner. So for the burritos, I did buy the bigger ones. So these are the burrito size by Mission, and these are the super soft. I like to get these because you don't have to heat them up. They don't tear when you roll them. So we're gonna roll those, and there are 8 in here, so I'm gonna make 8 burritos. And it's just a matter of layering in your rice, your beans, and cheese, and the meat, really, and then just wrapping it up. And I will say that she does Spanish rice, but I've had so much going on this week and I'm really tired. I'm just gonna do white rice, which we love. So I'm gonna do white rice. I have my cheese thawing on the counter. She says cheddar. I'm gonna use Mexican blend. I swear to God, I never follow directions, but I do like her recipe because she gives kind of like the heating instructions, which are like the most important part. And with the beans, I'm not even cooking them. So cooking them in addition to what they are. You can use a can of beans. She talks about a 15-ounce can of beans. I actually make my own. I get the organic dried ones, and I just have bean day, and I just blast them in the Instant Pot, put them in baggies and freeze them. I know I've done videos on that. If I can find it, I'll link it below. So after you wrap all the burritos, she talks about if you want to make them right now, if you want to freeze for later, and how to cook them from frozen. And what's important to me is not only does she give microwave instructions, which I will let Matt know so when he brings them to work how to microwave. I don't have a microwave in my house, so if I want to reheat them, I need to do it in the oven. And she also gives you oven instructions, which are super important to me, which are wrap the burrito in foil and bake at 350 for 25 to 30 minutes. If you're microwaving, do not wrap in foil. Wrap in a moist paper towel and cook on high for 2 to 3 minutes. I will say by the time I give them to him frozen by the time he gets to work and has lunch, they're kind of thawed through, so 2 to 3 minutes might be a little much. I would probably tell him like 90 seconds and check it. So anyway, it gets loud in here, so I'm gonna do a voiceover when we actually cook these. So let me clean up my mess from today, and let's get started on dinner and burritos. Okay, so let's get started on my cheat for adding more protein to my rice. I do 3/4 cup of white rice, 1/4 cup of quinoa, and then I added a cup of chicken stock, and I put that on my Instant Pot, and I just hit the rice button. So then for the taco meat, again, I'm doubling this. Here's 2 pounds of grass-fed ground beef. I never drain mine. There is a little bit of liquid in it, but I just leave it. I think it adds more flavor. And then I add my taco seasoning right to this mix. I actually make my own. I'll have to make a video on how I make it, but you can use absolutely the taco packets. I'd use 2 of them in this case. Add that in here, stir it around, just let that cook. And here is another sneak I do to add more protein to when we have taco night. So I actually add red lentils. I'm adding about a quarter cup here. And then I add about a cup of water. Just make sure that all the lentils are submerged, put the lid on and kind of forget about it. And that takes about 20 minutes, I'd say. So in the meantime, everything is done. I'm gonna start wrapping these bad boys up. These are the big burrito size shells that I'm using. I just put down my white rice first. Then I'm gonna layer on top of that the meat, the beans, and then the cheese. And then we just wrap them all up.
Trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up.
And here is too close to see, but I wanted to show you that the lentils, the red lentils, just kind of disappear in the meat. You really don't even know they're there. I like to do that to add more protein, and it also extends the use of the meat that you're using. Meat is so expensive these days, and lentils are definitely not expensive.
Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high.
So after I get all of these wrapped up, I'm just gonna shove them into 2 silicone bags. You can certainly use a gallon freezer bag if that's what you have. And then we have lunches for the week, or you can even make these for dinner. They're really great. I'll leave the recipe below. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. And if you did a video you want me to add to the collaboration, I'd love to watch it. Just let me know in the comments below that you did a video and I'll go check it out and add it to the playlist. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
The sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling